The line represented by the equation 4y equal to 3x plus 7 is transformed by a dilation centered at the origin. Which linear equation could represent its image? So the line that we have, 4y is equal to 3x minus 3x plus 7, if I were to divide both sides by 4, I'll end up with 3/4 x plus 7/4. And I'm going to just make a sketch of this scenario here. So this line has a positive y-intercept and a positive slope. So I'm just going to make a sketch of this. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to dilate this line over the origin. This question is actually a similar triangle question in disguise, because if you look at these 3 points that I'm making right now, I'm going to use a different color here. Red, right? So I have these 3 points, and if I were to, and these 3 points here form a triangle, right? And if I dilate this triangle over the origin, the triangle would potentially look something like this. It could, the triangle may potentially be larger, it may potentially be smaller, right? But because the triangles are similar, you're going to see that these dotted lines that I just drew in there, these lines are going to end up being parallel. All the angles in a dilated figure, all the angles are preserved. So all of these angles remain the same, right? So all of these angles remain the same. So what has to be true about the dotted lines and the original line? All the lines after the dilation, all the lines should have the same exact slope. So we're looking for, in the answer choice here, lines with the same slope as the line that's given. So let's take a look at which one of these will have the same slope. If I take option 1 here, right, and I subtract both sides by 3x, I get negative 4y is equal to negative 3x plus 9. And if I divide both sides by negative 4, I will end up with 3/4 x minus 9/4. And look at that. Option 1 is my answer. None of the other options there will work, because if I subtract both sides by 3x and then divide by 4, I'll end up with negative 3/4 x plus 9/4. And that's not good, right? If I take a look at option 3, subtract both sides by 4x, I'll end up, and divide both sides by negative 3, I will end up with 4/3 x minus 9/3, and that's not good. And the last option there, option 4, I will be left with negative 4/3 x plus 3, right? So none of those options work. Only option 1 is the correct answer.